Similar to sitting in my audit class back when I was in college thinking someday I want to be partner of a CPA firm. When I received my scholarship back in the early 2000s from the State Society, I thought, wow, this is really awesome. Someday I'd like to be president of this. My name is Sarah Krom and I'm your new president of the NJCPA. I'm the third female to serve as president and I am the youngest of anybody that's ever been president before.
When she was thinking about, becoming president and she asked us about it, I gave her my opinion, which I knew that. She just asked me to be nice because that was her goal. And when she sets her focus or her eyes on something, that's what she goes for.
She's very ambitious. She's a go-getter, that's for sure.
I jokingly say to her that she never actually feels what I would consider satisfaction. The moment that something is conquered or the moment that she completes a task, it's irrelevant immediately upon completion and on to the next task in an endless approach to move forward.
She is very goal-oriented. She always has been, and she's really good at meeting those goals. She is self-motivated.
It's really just a mentality of do your very best, focus on the goal, look at where you want to go, look at the road ahead of you and the gap from where you are now today to where you want to be and figure out how to close that gap incrementally, day by day, decision by decision.
Sarah's very passionate about being the best that she can be at whatever it is that she's doing. Whether it's at her firm or in her personal life, I think she just always wants to be the best that she can be.
Success is just part of who she is. So to me, when I'm always interested in, I know she's going to be successful. It's really a matter of how successful, how much, how high will she raise the bar for herself and for the organization she's a part of.
Sarah has a saying that if it's not broken, let's break it and fix it. She's constantly thinking about making something better. She wants to leave it better than she found it.
This year as president, I'd love to focus on closing the gaps. I'd love to close the gap between North Jersey and South Jersey. I'd love to close the gap between the generations that exist in our profession, and I'd love to close the gap between the big 4 regional firms in the state as well as our sole practitioners and smaller firms. We're stronger in the amount of numbers that we have. We're definitely stronger the more unified that we can be and the less judgmental we can be and the less segregated we can be, whether it's by geography, by firm size, by generation. And the more that we can extend a hand and reach across those lines and bridge that gap, the more successful we will be not only as an organization, but as a profession in our state.
If you wanted to know what a CPA should be, Sarah's the one that defines that. She is open-minded, forward-thinking, very personable, tries to understand situations. She's a quick study. All the things you'd want a CPA to be, she is, as well as the characteristics of a leader. She is clearly a leader. She's been that since she's been involved in the State Society.
Well, she does things on task. She's like a hard worker. She doesn't be like, oh, I'll do it later. She just does it now and doesn't do it later. She does it when it's time to do it.
She has a commitment to succeed, but not just with herself, with others. So when you have an individual with that level of passion, that level of drive, and combine it with intellect, those types of people are the greatest success stories. So I think that's what you'll realize from her in her presidency.
Yeah, I mean, bring your energy to the table. Sarah has a lot of energy and she's so passionate about our profession. So those who want to work with her, I say better bring a lot of energy to the table and really demonstrate that they have a passion for our profession.
She is built for this position from the ground up, from never ever stopping and to never ever being satisfied. She's going to be a good leader.
I'm so excited. I am. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little, which is great. I mean, it's something different. I love to go for the next thing, and my kids asked me actually the other night at dinner, they said, so can you be president twice in a row? And I said, well, I think the bylaws say that I can, but I don't know that I would choose to do that. And my daughter said, well, is there something more than president? And I said to her, there's always something more. And so I'm going to give all that I have to give for these 365 days, and I'm happy to listen and talk with as many members as I can. And then it's time to move on and see what the next thing is.
I think she will be a great leader, and she will get everything done. What do they actually do? What? I don't actually even know what they do. You have to have that in the video.